Once, during the time when the Buddha walked the earth, he encountered a beggar sitting by the side of a dusty road. The beggar was emaciated, with rags hanging loosely on his frail body. His eyes carried the weight of the world, and his outstretched hand spoke of unspoken sorrows. The Buddha approached the beggar with a gentle smile and asked, "Why do you sit here, my friend, with your hand outstretched, seeking alms from passers-by?" The beggar looked up, his eyes filled with a mixture of surprise and hope. "I seek alms, kind sir, for I have nothing to sustain myself," he replied, his voice trembling with weariness. The Buddha nodded and sat beside the beggar, feeling the warmth of the sun on his face and the beating heart of the world beneath him. He spoke softly, "My friend, what would you do if you had more than enough to sustain yourself, so much so that you could share with others in need?" The beggar's eyes widened in disbelief, as if the thought of having more than enough to share was an impossible dream. "I have never had more than enough for myself, sir. I can barely find enough to eat or a place to rest my weary bones," he replied, his voice filled with longing. The Buddha placed a gentle hand on the beggar's shoulder and said, "I understand your struggle, my friend. But know that true wealth is not in what we possess, but in the generosity that flows from our hearts. When we are able to share with others, we become richer in spirit and create a ripple of kindness that spreads through the interconnected web of all beings." The beggar looked at the Buddha with a mix of confusion and curiosity. "How can I, who have so little, be of any help to others? I am but a mere beggar, barely able to sustain myself," he lamented, his eyes clouded with doubt. The Buddha smiled and replied, "Generosity knows no bounds, my friend. Even the smallest act of kindness can create a profound impact. Whether it is a smile, a kind word, or a simple offering, every gesture of generosity contributes to the well-being of all beings. Your alms, no matter how humble, can spark a chain reaction of compassion and interconnectedness." The beggar pondered the Buddha's words and felt a glimmer of hope stirring within him. "But how do I become generous when I have so little to give?" he asked, his heart heavy with the weight of his circumstances. The Buddha gently took the beggar's hand and said, "Generosity begins within. It is not about the material wealth we possess, but the abundance of compassion, kindness, and goodwill that resides in our hearts. When we give from a place of genuine care and empathy, our offerings transcend mere possessions and become a beacon of light in the darkness." Feeling a newfound sense of purpose, the beggar looked at the Buddha with gratitude and determination. "I will strive to be generous in whatever way I can, even with my meager means," he declared, his eyes shining with newfound resolve. The Buddha nodded, his eyes reflecting the wisdom of ages. "May your journey be filled with moments of generosity and compassion, my friend. Remember that we are all interconnected, bound by the threads of empathy and understanding." From that day forward, the beggar approached each passer-by with a spirit of generosity, offering a warm smile, a kind word, and the little alms he received. Despite his humble circumstances, he found contentment in knowing that his offerings, no matter how small, could make a difference in the lives of others. As time passed, the beggar's aura of kindness and compassion touched the hearts of those he encountered. His simple gestures of generosity inspired others to open their hearts and share what they could with those in need. The ripple of interconnectedness and compassion continued to spread, weaving a tapestry of goodwill that transcended boundaries and touched the lives of many. One day, as the Buddha walked by the same dusty road, he saw the beggar sitting with a group of people, sharing a meager meal and engaging in heartfelt conversations. The beggar's eyes sparkled with a newfound warmth, and his smile radiated a sense of fulfillment that surpassed the limitations of material wealth. The Buddha approached the beggar and with a knowing smile said, "Your offerings of generosity have created a beautiful tapestry of interconnectedness, my friend. Your humble acts of kindness have echoed through the hearts of others, nurturing a garden of compassion and understanding. The beggar bowed his head in gratitude and replied, "It is through your wisdom and guidance, dear sir, that I have come to realize the transformative power of generosity and interconnectedness. I have learned that wealth is not in what we possess, but in the ability to share our hearts with others." The Buddha nodded, his eyes filled with a deep sense of compassion. "You have understood the essence of generosity, my friend. Your actions have sown seeds of kindness that will continue to blossom and spread through the interconnected web of all beings. May your journey be a testament to the transformative power of compassion and generosity." And so the beggar continued on his path, embracing each moment as an opportunity to offer kindness and compassion to those in need. His story became a timeless reminder of the importance of generosity, compassion, and the interconnectedness of all beings, a legacy that echoed through the ages, inspiring others to nurture the seeds of empathy and goodwill within their own hearts. The encounter between the Buddha and the beggar illuminated the profound truth that true wealth lies not in what we possess, but in the depth of our capacity to share with others. It serves as a timeless reminder that every act of generosity, no matter how humble, has the power to ignite a flame of compassion that burns brightly through the interconnected web of all beings.